That was my New Year's resolution, to learn how to do a trick with the balisong. Mission accomplished, and here we are, not even at New Year's Day. Thanks for watching. I'm kidding. We're gonna take a look at today my top 10 everyday carry $100 knives. Let's do this. Hey, how you doing? My name is Jay. If this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. And you know what? Consider clicking on that subscribe if you are looking for knife reviews that get right to the point. So now the idea for this video, actually, it came from a couple different places. First, there was a subscriber, well, a viewer at least, Chase, who had the other day asked me the question down in the comments of one of the videos. And then, of course, there are a bunch of channels that I'm sure most of you also follow that are doing kind of their year-end top 10 lists. I mean, Patty's Potato Peelers, JT's Knife Life, Stasa 23, who else? I think geared towards gear, Triple EDC, oh, Big Red EDC, and is that everybody? I don't think Blade Banner has done one yet. But anyway, you get the point. So this is kind of my crack at it. We'll start out at number 10, and then we'll work our way up to number 1, which will be my favorite $100 knife. And I will be sure to go ahead and place a link down in the description below for every knife that I show you today, just in case if you want to go pick one up for yourself. And number 10 is going to be a knife from Bestech, and this is the Bison. It's a full-size knife with a forward finger choil and just fantastic, and I mean fantastic, action. I mean, this thing flies open when you hit that flipper tab, and as you saw, oh yes, she definitely drops shut. Now, I know probably one of the biggest gripes with this knife is, you know, it's D2 blade steel at about $110, and yeah, I get it that you know, some of you consider that a bit much, and I totally understand. But then also, I guess, you know, the titanium scale and the clip, you know, maybe Bestech is hoping that kind of balances things out. And number 9, now this is going to be this is the first of a couple cold steel knives that I'm going to talk about in this video, and it is of course the Code 4, and this is the clip point blade. Now of course, you know, it also comes in a spear point and a very nice tanto. Now I gotta say, probably my biggest issue with this knife is going to be the lack of traction on these scales. I mean, other than that, this is just one of the best backlocks that I think is in my collection. Coming in at number 8 is going to be the first Kershaw today, and this is the Blur in the S30V blade steel. Now, I know that this, you know, it has a recurve blade, and that might not be, you know, the easiest to sharpen, and I totally understand, you know, the pocket clip, the stock one anyway, it offers just like such a shallow carry when it is tip up. I mean, this is one of those knives that you have to get an aftermarket clip for, which you can see that I did. The S30V blade steel for $73, I think that's a fantastic price. And I am one of the people, maybe one of the few, that actually do like the shape of these thumb studs, and just the way how, you know, it just catches my thumb every time. Fantastic, good old classic knife. This is the Launch 1, and some of you might be a little bit surprised to see it here on the list, because it is in fact it's a push button automatic that is really made for righties, but you know, I'm a lefty, I make do. I love this wide, like harpoon kind of shaped blade. Absolutely love it. Now, not that 154 cm steel which is on here. Not that that's terrible, but I really do wish, I kind of wish that Kershaw would maybe just bump it up just a little bit, maybe to like S30V. I mean, oh my gosh, I would be ecstatic. Now, I do know two common issues with this. Well, one being the pocket clip. It doesn't offer the most shallow carry. The stock clip, which you can see this, in fact, is not. And I know the traction can also, kind of like the Cold Steel Code 4, the traction can kind of be an issue here as well. Coming in at number 6 is going to be the Benchmade Freek. This is the full size, so the 560 and the mini 565. I put both here because they're both very, very close in price. And so a good indicator, a way that you're able to tell when I love a knife is if I own like more than one version of it or more than one size of the same model. Oh yeah. Now in hand, I do like the feel of these, of the gray Grivery and the black Versaflex handle. My only gripe now about the materials is going to be when I'm putting it in and out of the pocket. It does sometimes, especially the Versaflex part, that one has a tendency to get hung up on my pocket material. Now, before we get to my my top 5, I do have just a couple of quick honorable mentions that I want to talk about. And the first one is going to be, this is the Kershaw Knockout in M390 blade steel. And this is another one that, yes, I absolutely love. I love this knife. You can see by the multiple versions that I have, but it's in the honorable mention section because it's a USA made blade exclusive. That is the only place that you can purchase this knife. So if this was maybe a regular edition that we knew would be, you know, consistently reproduced by Kershaw, okay, but it's only available at that one shop. So yeah, I know, you know, a lot of you don't like assisted opening knives, and I get that, but obviously not a huge deal for me. But the Knockout also has multiple deployment options. You can use the flipper tab, or you can use the thumb studs just as easy. Now, other than like the Kershaw Link and the dividend, the Knockout is just such, it's a very low price for M390 steel. Now, my next honorable mention is just like the Kershaw Knockout in the M390. This is a limited run, or well, a sprint run from Spyderco, and it is the Stretch 2, and yes, those are ivory FRN scales. White, I don't know, but now the biggest difference between this and the standard Stretch is gonna be this blade shape with the straight spine. It doesn't have like that kind of that curve into it, which I actually like this. I prefer this much more. My last honorable mention is going to be from Cold Steel, and this is the Recon 1. And now I placed this on the honorable mention list because, well, it's a huge knife, and you know the video is titled EDC Knives, so this is not really a knife that I would carry every day. I mean, talk about, you know, going backpacking, something outside, fishing, camping, whatever, absolutely I would take this along. But for everyday carry, everyday use, you know, it's just not super practical for me. But I have to mention it because it is a fantastic knife at a great price, and I mean, the weight for the amount of knife that you're getting is just, it's insane. Okay, you ready? Let's go ahead and take care of the top 5. Now, with this one, we're gonna have to play a little bit of make-believe, because at number 5 is gonna be, oh wow, look at that, the Native 5. Yeah, but it is the lightweight version, so the one with FRN scales and the S30V blade. This one costs quite a bit more because of the steel and the handle material. Well, you know, the G10. So this is the FRN version, okay? And now you could totally make an argument for the Chaparral lightweight, especially at the price for the CTS XHP steel. Great knife, great grind on the blade, and you know, $90, come on. But I do like the Native 5 just a little bit more, and really I think it has more to do with the blade shape. It's one of my favorite Spyderco blades. Coming in at number 4 is going to be the Benchmade Griptilian. This is the full size 551, and then of course the mini 556. I have both out here for the very same reason that I did both of the Freeks. The price, they are very, very close. I mean, at 106 to 98, you know, and depending on like your size and carry preferences, why not just have them both out on the table? Now, I know with the full-size Griptilian, the handle thickness is a big issue. And yeah, I get that. You know, it feels like you have a broom handle in your hand. I mean, at 0.64 inches, that's a lot. And the scales, how they feel, you know, they're polymer. So yeah, it feels like plastic. And you can especially tell when you're opening and closing this, because it is one of the loudest knives that I have to operate. I mean, it's just, yeah, you hear that plastic sound. So, which is why a lot of people will go ahead and buy like aftermarket scales, which do look really good on these knives, especially the sheep's foot. Coming in at number 3, yes, another Spyderco. This is of course the Endura 4, and there's a few reasons why I have it here at number 3. I mean, this is a large knife, okay? This is a very, very large knife, but you get a lot of blade at such an incredibly low weight. And sure, you know, VG10 and, you know, VG10 blade, FRN scales, I mean, it's not anything fancy, but this is a true user that can just handle just about whatever you throw at it. And at number 2 is going to be the Cold Steel American Lawman. I mean, what can I honestly add that hasn't already been said before about this? I mean, it's a great all-around knife that it can be used hard. It's great for, you know, even like as an office carry. I absolutely love this blade. The pocket clip, not so much, which is exactly why you can see I went ahead and changed it. And let's not forget the S35 VN blade steel at a more than fair price. My number 1 is the Spyderco Manix 2 in black G10, which this actually used to be before I disassembled it and, you know, made these scales for it. Now, this is another knife where, you know, I love the Manix 2. I have 3 of them, for God's sake. And I know that that's a relatively small amount, considering all of the different blade steels out there and the different handles and stuff. But I just don't always get into that. No offense to those of you that do. But the Manix 2, now this is probably one of the most comfortable knives to hold. And I absolutely love this blade shape. Sure, you know, it's wide in the pocket, and you know, the G10 version at 5 ounces or what, like 141 grams. Yeah, I get that weight might be a little bit too much for some. And you might be asking yourself, well, hey, Jay, you know, that's why if you're worried about the weight, get the FRN with the CTS BD1 steel. I'm not a huge fan of that one. I got to be honest with you, because I think that $100 is a lot of money for that steel. And I get it. It's not all about blade steel, but when you can get S30V for like $113, so what's that, $13 more? Why not? Okay, so hey, now it's your turn. I've shown you mine. Let's see what your list of top 10 $100 knives, what does that look like? Let me know down in the comments section below. And hey, if you don't have 10, that's fine. Do 5, do 4, do 3, do 2. Just let me know, comment section. And if you have a YouTube channel, maybe you're a fellow creator, hey, do how about a video response? We could get some kind of playlist going and just have a good time of it. If you enjoyed this video and you did get any value from it, would you let me know by just leaving one of these? And don't forget to click on subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next year. I'm just kidding. Hey, see you guys. Happy New Year. Take care.